So by now, a lot of us have seen this story right here, involving this big brand, luxurious brand, I should say, Balenciaga, right? Being in hot waters because of the latest photo shoot that they had planned, executed, released, and then had to retract, pedal back because, well, a lot of us are starting to catch on to the BS that exists out there with these brands, right? How they're subliminally trying to insert these undertones to try to either manipulate us, control us, whatever. But that's what this is. I mean, you can call it whatever you want. You can say that this was a mishap and you believe them, and poor rich people, like, oh my God, everybody has an accident. But to the rest of us, I will say what everyone else is thinking. Bull crap. This is yet again another attempt by a big brand, by a big company, in pushing a certain agenda. Now, this article right here, even the writer here, kind of gives them a bit of a nudge there. You know, they're trying to stay neutral, right, like the media does. But, you know, they say Balenciaga is suing the producers of its own ad campaign after facing backlash. Again, a little bit of a jab because it's effectively what they're doing. They're trying to sue themselves by not suing themselves because they're suing their contractors. And they're like, hey, it was the set designer. Hey, it was the photographer. And by the way, in case you're wondering, like, well, who were these people? This is that guy. This is the man that decided to use certain, again, subliminal messaging in his art, in his photo shoot. Now, this man right here, accompanied by this guy who recently gave a Twitter or an Instagram statement saying, like every time, right? Like they always do. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I had no control. I'm just here to shoot the photos. And you're like, what? That makes no sense, especially, by the way, when you have other people in the industry, such as the guy that I want to show you guys here real quick, a video by a guy that says, I work in the industry and what they're saying is it's effectively bullshit. Check this out. So there's this video by this guy that explains it very well. Let's watch that real quick.
The producer. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about Balenciaga and this lawsuit where they're blaming it on the production company. And let's talk about how many steps it takes for me as a photographer or director to get something approved and to get it out in print or somewhat published or presented somewhere. So for me as a photographer, my stuff is in Rolling Stone, Glamour, Vanity Fair, Marie Claire. I've been there on billboards, everything. So I understand the steps it takes to get these things approved. At no point do I lose control of the situation. At no point does the client lose control of the situation and not know what is happening. So a concept will be born from the photographer. They will have seen my work and they say, we love this, let's incorporate it. That's what they did with this photographer who was known for photographing children in front of all of their belongings.
I'm going to pause that real quick because I want to show you guys what he means by that. So here's some of that photographer's work, what he does. Let me go to the other screen. Here we go. So this is a little bit of his work. So you guys can have an idea of what the guy in the video was talking about. So he'll take not only kids, to be fair to him, I guess. He's taking adults, like that are an example, like these ladies here. They're like gun aficionados, and they take a picture with all their belongings, right? What they're passionate about. However, if you look at his portfolio, it mainly involves kids. You can say that's weird. Arguably, you can say, yes, that's kind of fucking weird. But I guess to be fair, again, he also takes pictures of a lot of grown adults with their guns. So it's like guns and kids. No, yeah, it's fucking weird. And the kids always, again, around what they love and stuff like that, right? So that's what that the other artist was talking about. So let's go back to that video.
Are all their belongings in front of them. So that's what they decided to do and duplicate that for Balenciaga. And they said all their belongings are going to be like Balenciaga stuff. That means BDSM teddy bears. That means flasks. That means things that are just meant for adults.
Again, I got to show you guys. Because, it's how you get the whole story. For those of you guys that haven't seen it. So this is what he means by that, right? Pictures like this right here. We have a little kid, right? And it's like around stuff that would be theirs. Is that including this like weird looking bear here? The P word bear looking thing here with like the fishnets, then the lock on around the neck with the chain, the nose rings, like the leather straps. Like this would all be for a kid. If we're following the so-called artistic perception of that one photographer, right? This is what the kid feels like they want either to portray as their goals, their belongings. Like, what is the messaging here? What is it? Makes no fucking sense because it's an agenda, right? It is. That's what this is. And again, not the only one, right? That's not the only picture that's in question. Yeah, pictures like this one right here. Little girl laying on the bed. On the sofa, laying with her face down or whatever on the pillow. There are the stuffed animals, the BDSM stuffed animals, with other Balenciaga, I guess, stuff that you can buy. I'm not sure. I'm not into name brand crap, so I don't know. Here's another picture of that same stuff there. And as one thing that I want you guys to take away from all this is that as the video of the photographer we're watching said, nothing gets past the client, when in this case would be Balenciaga, yeah? Nothing gets past the artist. Like, this is not accidental. Like, Balenciaga right now is trying to push, like, oh, we're gonna sue them because it's them. It's this guy and it's this guy right here. Those are the people that you need to go after, and we're gonna sue them too for $25 million, as this article here says. It's like, who is that supposed to impress? Yeah, kind of weird, right? All right, let's continue watching that one.
Then I cannot get a single thing done unless the creative director gives me the green light. I can't do anything. They're there on set the whole time. They are there for countless Zoom calls. They are there when I write my treatment, a 1-page bio of what the shoot is about. And then they are there when they approve page after page after page of sometimes a 10, 20-page mood board that explains everything with photo samples from other brands and other shoots that I say, it's this kind of lighting, this kind of posing, this kind of art, this kind of whatever it might be.
Which now begs a question. I would love to see those documents now. Like, if Balenciaga really wants to be transparent, I would love for them to just release that. Because I wonder if it's in those documents, in those notes or whatever they're called. If it's like, oh, Bear dressed in, I can't say BDSM, Bear dressed in provocative attire, sexy attire. Like, how can we put this without looking like goddamn P words with a child? Like, think about it. Like, the way this artist that we're watching here describes the craft is, hey, we have to write everything down. We have to be detailed. We have to explain what we're doing to the client and what they're not going to, what they might come back and say, change this or change that. So it's not just like randomly get some guy off the street or off Craigslist. You take pictures, right? Yeah, come on. It's not getting like your friend's, cousin who took pictures at some random wedding to do this. And again, if you look at the articles, if you look at what everybody's coming out, including Kim Kardashian, that's what they're trying to say. It's like, oh my God, we're reevaluating, we're doing this, and we're looking at this closely. Who are you trying to fool, if not just like the idiots that follow you blindly?
So they're very, very involved, but on set, the brand is always there. The brand is hovering, almost annoyingly to a fault, hovering over my shoulder. I don't like this. Ooh, more of that. That's amazing. Oh, that's awful. Move that. Can we try this? No, I don't like this outfit. Try that. They're watching everything. They're watching it happen live with their own eyes. They're watching it behind from the back of my camera. They're watching it on my screen, massively large screens like this. And that's what they're doing. They're giving the green light before I can move on to the next concept, the next setup. So they look at everything. They look at everything with like a microscope, physically a microscope, and they're looking at the eyes to make sure both eyes are open, that everything is shown right, that the zipper shows the brand. They know everything. The art department finds everything. I cannot show a single thing. If this was a photo shoot, which water brand is it? Do we have clearance? Don't use that. Oh my God, you can see the logo on the Apple laptop. Don't use that. He's holding an Apple Pencil. We can't use that until we get clearances. Everything and every single photo shoot in the background is intentionally there. Allegedly, Balenciaga knew what they were doing.
Allegedly, right? He has to say it. Allegedly, they knew what they were doing. You know what the shittiest part is, though? that you have art, you have other content creators, that will come out and say things like, you know why this is happening? Because of men. Believe it or not, there's creators like this fine lady here, right? I'll also talk about this video as well. I'll do it another day. But this fine creator here, Julia Fox, massive following on TikTok, 1.4 million followers, right? And she came out, on my feed because she had a video, has over 1 million views at this point, as you can see there, right? 1 million views, boom, right there. It's like, you know why this is happening? This is happening towards the end of the video. She's like, because of men. Now, of course, you know me, I got the video to show. I'm not bullshitting you guys. But this is what she said about the situation.
You guys love saying the like Holly weird, all the pedophiles in Holly weird. Listen up, fuck faces. There's pedophiles in every industry. You want to go be a chef? You'll probably have some abusers over there. You want to go be a teacher? Abusers over there. You want to go be an engineer? Abusers over there. This isn't an issue with Hollywood. This isn't an issue with the fashion world. This isn't an issue with celebrities. This is an issue.
And that's where she lost. Right there. She's about to lose me. And I think a lot of people too. Because I was like, yeah, she's right. There's probably all these kinds of abusers in all these industries. And then she has to go there.
With men, goddammit! Men!
So I can just yell. Jesus Christ. Julia Fox. No, this is not an issue with men. At least not in the general sense that I'm sure she's not totally going there. Because here's a question that I would have, right, to Julia Fox. Does this include the countless, because I went through the comments like everyone else does, countless, like never ending, what appear to be gay men in your comments saying, yes, queen, yes, queen, fire, preach. Does that include those men too? Or no? How about all the brown and black men like me? You're accusing me of something? Are you a white woman accusing me, a minority, of something? Because I mean, everybody can play that game. By the way, it's sarcasm. If you guys weren't catching my drift there. Are you Julia Fox? Because I consider myself a man. So there's a problem with man. As she yelled, right? To the top of her lungs. Wait, I wonder how many times she had to redo that. Right? The theatrics there. Is it, Miss Fox? Or is it just a problem with some people that choose to embrace a certain agenda? That's the real effing problem here. That there is an agenda being perpetrated, being pushed by certain people, usually people with a lot of money. You don't have a lot of money, do you, Julia Fox? See how anybody can play that stupid game? Anyways, it's more a problem with that. With people that have a lot of money, control, power, that can do atrocious things to those without control and power and money. Typically, unfortunately, the more you go down the scale, it leads to children. It's just disgusting. I've covered this topic before with like Disney having shit in their content and so many other companies, so many other brands. But that's the problem here. It's not a problem with men, as she's so elegantly putting it. But I'll leave it there. You guys tell me in the comments down below if I'm onto something, if I'm wrong here, or, if you see the shit that I'm seeing too. So if you like today's video, make sure you guys do what's happening up here with the like and the comment and the share and all that, please, if you guys don't mind. And more importantly, more than anything, make sure you guys ring that notification and subscribe. And until next time, see ya.